Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us on another episode of Reclaiming My Life. I'm one of your hosts, Tramika Cooper, and our topic of discussion today will be Are you being heard? But first, let me introduce you to my beautiful co hosts, Coach Claudia Massey and Dr. Tiffany Tyson. Hello, beautiful ladies.
Hello,
Hello.
everyone.
So, ladies, we all heard the saying, no one knows you better than you, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, we know when we're happy, we know when we're sad, we know when we're hurting. We also know when something is different, when there's a change. So I pose this question. Has there ever been a time when you felt like you're not being heard by your primary care physician or specialist? Um, Claudia, I know you have autoimmune disease as well as myself. Um, but has there ever been a time that you have not felt heard? There's times, I know you speak to your doctor and you're saying, okay, something isn't right. There's been a time where I spoke to my doctor and said, I don't think something's right. And the doctor tell me, well, let's try this, let's continue to do this or continue to take this medicine. And I myself feel like the medicine is not working. So I say, I don't think you're listening to me. Claudia, has there ever been a time when you've been in that situation and you felt like you were not being heard?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, there was a time when, for years, I would get a lot of bruises all over my body. It could be my arms, my legs, the back of my legs, my thighs, just bruises. Sometimes they would come in patches, just bruises. So, talking with my
Mhm.
PCP, my hematologist, any and everywhere I went, it was a mystery. Oh, you're a mystery. I have no idea, and I'm thinking, I mean, bruises. I mean, that's blood, right? Just sitting.
Right.
I'm like, even my hematologist gonna tell me you're a mystery, and I'm frustrated and aggravated, and and I'm like, what did y'all go to school for? Like, you
Right.
know,
Right.
y'all are the doctors, and nobody can give me an answer as to why I'm bruising like this. And we want answers. We want an answer as to what's going on with our bodies. And I felt like I wasn't being heard. I felt like my situation wasn't important enough. It made me concerned. What if it's something serious and no one is figuring it out? And
Right.
I had to, put my mind at ease and say, hey, if it was really serious, then they would figure it out. And that was the
Right.
only way that I could just calm my nerves down. But it was going on quite often, and I thank God I haven't seen that in a while, at least a year. But I do still get bruises, but not in patches. I bruise often.
Right.
Sometimes, even my kids, if they're walking behind me or something, and I have on a dress or something, they'll say, "You have a big bruise on the back of your leg." I don't even pay attention anymore. I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
that's
Mhm.
normal. What can I
Right.
do about it? It's normal. Or sometimes, somebody might say, "What happened to your arm?" I'm like, "Oh, well, people gonna be thinking, telling my husband, they gonna think you beating me after a while." Yeah, I got a big bruise on my arm. I can't tell you how it happened. And sometimes I
Right.
don't even know that I'm bruised until I'm in the shower, and I'll say, ouch.
Right. Right.
But to this day, I have no answers as to why. And it's been
Mhm.
going on for years.
Wow.
Mm.
And like you say, these are the medical doctors. They supposed to, have all the answers. And sometimes it is a mystery. But it's
Hmm.
frustrating to not know, you know. Dr.
Right.
Tyson, has there been a time where you have been through this?
Um, I honestly have to say, not with my primary care provider. She actually does listen pretty well because if I said, "Hey, this is going on. I need to come in to be seen." However, I have ran into that when I've gone to an urgent care and the
Mhm.
individual's not familiar with me. And I remember the last time I was there, I had food poison, not food poisoning, with them, but there was something going on where I had gotten bit, and I was telling them that, I'm swollen. I was going to wait to see what they said initially, and they didn't want to really give me anything for it. And I said, hey, I think I need such and such and such. And so they were like, oh, okay, well, I guess I need to order that then. But so no, not with my primary care, but when I've gone to like an urgent care to be seen, I felt like I wasn't listened to. But then I said, hey, this is what I need. And so they
Right.
were able to correct it that way.
Right. So in my situation, I find it hard. We have to advocate for ourselves. But sometimes, it can be hard when you try to advocate and then they still don't listen. So, recently I was taking medication for my lupus and I kept telling the doctor, it's too strong. I can't keep anything on my stomach. I'm not eating. I'm losing weight. Well, 15 to 18 pounds lighter. She finally says, oh, it's not working. Well, I know my body, and I told you this before, and here I am, lost dramatic weight. And I still, don't understand as to why she didn't listen to me the first time. Um, so Claudia, how do you think, what would you say to advocate for yourself in this situation?
Well, to be honest with you, I'm at a point now in my life, I'll listen to them. And if I'm
Mm-hmm.
not comfortable with it or if I don't agree with it, I will let them know, that's not what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any other suggestions? Or if they, prescribe me medication for something, I'll read up on it. I look at all the side effects for it. And I say, I'm not taking that. Is there anything else? I mean, if it's gonna save my life, yes, but
Right.
if it's not and it's just gonna, put a band-aid on the situation, I'm not taking it. And
Right.
I feel honestly proud because it wasn't too long ago, just a few months ago, I was given some medicine, and I got home and I started looking it up. And I was like, oh, I'm not taking this. you know um I looked at what it was for, and I'm like, what are these people doing? What are they thinking? I'm not taking this.
Right.
I'm not a guinea pig.
Right.
We're not doing
Right.
this. So I sent her a message on my chart and I said, after looking into this is not what's best for me. And sometimes
Right.
we have to do that because unfortunately, we as humans, we really put our
Mm-hmm.
trust in
Mm-hmm.
our PCPs and whoever, PCPs are rheumatologists. And,
Right.
Tramika, I was actually going to say, but at our book conference a few weeks ago, the Girl Get Up conference, when we were talking about autoimmune diseases, I was going to share with the people, I see a rheumatologist, a hematologist, a
Mm-hmm.
neurologist, you know what I'm saying? Just
Right.
so many different doctors. But I said, look, I don't see Dr. Tyson. I do not see a psychologist. Okay. So,
Okay.
glory to God for that.
Exactly. Yes.
I'm just saying, in the midst of everything, I just want to
Mm-hmm.
put this in here right now. A lot of times we're
Right.
going through so much when we're going to
Right.
these doctors and we get frustrated, and oh, now I got to see this doctor. And then they're going
Right.
to refer you to another doctor. And that doctor, they can't help you. No, you need to see this doctor. Trust me, I go through all of that. And
Mm-hmm.
it comes to a time, everybody don't have the same patience, or,
Right.
some people, their health issues are so severe until, you may get an appointment 3 months later and you're like, I need help now, and it
Now. Right.
can literally drive you insane. So, to
Yes.
say, you see so many different doctors, but you're not seeing a psychiatrist, when you say a
Right.
neurologist, I don't see a psychiatrist, you say a hematologist, a
Right.
rheumatologist, and so forth, so that's just something, again, y'all, I'm gonna have to say, kind of joy,
Mhm.
if you're
Right.
seeing all of these doctors, but you're still, you know, or intact mentally, that's
Mm-hmm.
to be, that's to be praised right there. Give God praise for that. And, stay sane so that you can
Right.
Yes.
advocate for yourself,
Yes.
Right.
because, just hang on, hang in there. Because, I know from time and time again, I look, whew, y'all, I've been through some health challenges. So,
Yes.
so wait a minute. And look, y'all welcome that we're having this discussion today because some people don't even know that they can advocate for themselves. They think if the doctor
Exactly.
say it, that's what they have to do. But you don't.
Right. Right. That is so true. Dr. Tyson, from a clinical standpoint, can you tell us how a person should be able to speak to their physician or specialist and, advocate for themselves?
So it's interesting that you actually brought this question up. So oftentimes, I'll have individuals that will come see me for their behavioral health, but we will discuss medical stuff, and they'll ask me, why is my doctor ordering this X-ray, or why did he give me that medicine? And I'll go over the reasons why those certain things would be ordered, but then also ask them. Um, make sure when you're talking to your provider, if there's something that you don't understand, ask them to put it in layman's term, make it easy for you to understand. Number two, never be afraid to ask questions. Like you said, this is your body. You're the best
Right.
person to know what your body is going through. Because sometimes they're afraid to even ask certain questions. And so I tell them it's okay. There is no dumb question when it comes to your health care, because you have to advocate for yourself. So I always tell them that. And if you don't feel comfortable with that provider, you don't feel like they're listening to you or you're being heard, you can always seek a second opinion, or you can always go and connect with another provider. So I am definitely a big advocate for individuals in being connected to someone that's going to first listen to them, that's going to first hear what they're saying, and then say,
Right.
okay, here are some different suggestions. These are my recommendations. Here's some other options. And then now, you read up on them if you want to, or hear the side effects, and then you let me know. At the end of the day, I believe that provider and patients is a collaboration. It's not just me giving you this and saying, okay, go with what I say. But I always tell individuals, this is a collaboration. You and I are working together
Right.
regarding your health care.
Right. I love it, ladies. Thank you, ladies, so much. This has been very insightful. Being that I just had to go through this over the weekend, I think I called Claudia and I was like, I'm about to go off in this hospital.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they're not answering questions. They don't know any answers to what's going on. And I'm trying my best to advocate for my baby. So thank you, ladies, for your insight. So if there's ever a time that you feel like you're not being heard, make it known. Ask questions. Look into the medications. And if you're not comfortable, let your physicians know. I'm not comfortable with this. Because only you can advocate for yourself. I hope each and every one you enjoyed. I hope each and every one of you enjoyed this episode. And remember, it's never too late to reclaim your life.